In today's video, we are going to talk about what are IDE, DII, and ATE in chemical names. For example, let's take first of all sodium hydroxide. So, if you take sodium hydroxide and if they asked you to tell what are the compounds elements present in them, what would you say? It is just sodium. So let me write answers in a different color so it would be much better to understand. Okay, so it would be sodium and hydrogen, and you might be asking a doubt, what is this IDE? So in today's video we are going to talk about what is that IDE. So basically, let me write this down. So let's take. So first of all, IDE means that it is telling you that there are only two elements present in it. No other elements are there, like oxygen and other stuff. An example would be sodium hydroxide. And secondly, you have a DII. So di. So di means two. So it would be two types. For example, carbon dioxide. So dioxide means oxygen, as you know. So what would be there? You have to add Di, so that it means that there are two oxygen present in the single carbon. So that's what it literally mean by. Okay, so di means two elements in short form. Okay, now ATE. So ATE means that, for example, if you take copper sulfate, okay, so if you take copper sulfate, what would be asking? First of all, okay, so first of all we have copper, sulfur, and what is this ATE? ATE is known as the oxygen. Okay, so ATE means oxygen present in the compound. So it means that it's oxygen. So first of all, you have to remember all the things so that you can prepare it. So these are the things that are the important things you have to follow. So you can also note it down, or else you can take a quick screenshot. So now let's see some examples. Okay, let me erase everything. Okay, so now let's begin with our sodium hydroxide itself. So as I said, IDE means that it is nothing, only two compounds present. So the sodium and hydrogen are, that's it. No more compounds are present in it, only two compounds, sodium and hydrogen. Now let's see the next example. So which is secondly, let's take Di. So for Di, let's take carbon dioxide. So Again you can see that it is IDE because there are two compounds present in oxide, so it would be oxygen. Okay, so there are two oxygens in it. Okay, so what it would be? It would be carbon and oxygen, but oxygen is times into 2. Oxygen is 2 times as it is said as the proportion Bi. So now let's move on to ATE. Okay, so if you have ATE like copper sulfate, so before that you might be having a doubt, why do we use carbon monoxide? So let's take it again. So carbon means one carbon and mono means one, di means, okay, let me write it down again, it should be useful. Mono means one, di means 2, tri means 3. So you might be having that carbon, okay, so you might be having carbon trioxide, or you might be having carbon monoxide, so it may be differs. So now as I said, you can use this, so now you can just take this down. Okay, so now let's clear this again and let's move to our exercises. Okay, so now let's see with a normal back. Okay, now let me change my color. Okay, so third one is copper sulfate. So what are the components present? It would be copper, sulfur, okay, and it would be ATE as oxygen. So now here are three different things for the three types of ATEs or the prepositions. Okay, so now let's see how do you use it. Okay, so IDE is an suffix and DI is an prefix and ATE is an suffix. So suffix means in the front of the word, but whereas if you take prefix means back of the word. So these are the two things you have to remember, prefix and suffix. Always note that ATE means oxygen, other things means that these two, okay, so these two explains that are two present, something which is two present in it. So yes guys, so that's it for this video and I'll see you on the next video.